Deal with your underlying beliefs. Some of us, we probably are in the place where we want to create wealth, but our underlying beliefs come from our background. Maybe background like where they told you, oh, if you have a very good degree, you will have a comfortable life. Yeah, that's fine. But you will always be an employee. And you can be sacked. And you cannot create the wealth that leads to a million as an employee. In fact, if you're watching this video in Western Europe or America or Canada, the chances are that for your degree you took loan from the banks. Do you know what happens? Then you are in debt. Some of you ended with 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 pounds debt for first degree. And you chose courses like psychology, sound engineering, some of the courses that will disappear in a few years' time because those information are going to be available to everyone. Theater arts. 99% of good actors did not study theater arts. And you went and sat in the university for 4 years taking 12,000 pounds per year to learn how to act. While you have been an actor since your mother gave birth to you. Now you are saddled with debt from the beginning of your life. At 23 or 24, when you had your first degree, you had 40,000 pounds hovering over your life. So you owe, and so to work you go. We're teaching you today how to bypass that and create wealth. Change your thinking, change your talking. The mindset you have determines if you become a champion or not. If you alter your thinking to be in consonance with your dreams of wealth, if you alter your thinking to be in consonance with your dreams of wealth, you will begin to see opportunities everywhere. You know, as a man who teaches wealth creation, I usually just smile to myself whenever I enter the London train. I don't nowadays, but I do. For example, if I travel, when the train picks you from, when you take the train from the departure place to go to where your planes are, you see people opening newspapers. Poor people love sports page. Wealthy people go to where the stocks and shares are. You just know straight away. And you could even tell by the way they dress. And it's amazing. It's amazing how the same poor person is ready to make noise about the club he supports. But he has never thought about the fact that his money is being made to build, is being gotten to build that club. The mindset you have determines if you become a champion or not. It determines it. Think wealth and you will begin to attract wealth. When you think wealth, you begin to attract wealth. We're not just teaching you like, this is not a magnetizing thing, but because it is now your thought, your eye begins to be tunnel vision to see opportunities, to see where the favors are, to see the things you can achieve. Your thought is the root which supports and determines your fruit. Root, fruit. Let us imagine this is a tree. This is the fruit. This is the root. If there is no root, there be no fruit. If there is no root, there be no fruit. If the root is good, the fruit will be good. So many people focus on the fruit. They do not take care of the root. So if your thought is good, if your thought is deep, if your thought is strong, if your thought is full of good nutrients and has good source, your fruit will be good. My home in Africa overlooks the lagoon. The land in front are planted certain banana trees, just about 1/2 meter tall. And within 1 year. We harvested, we planted about 7. Within 1 year, the ones that are closer to the water, who have deep roots, good roots, produce good fruit. Big bunches. We harvested 3 big bunches out of the 7. We had planted 3 by the waters. The 3 immediately produced big bunches. Your root affects your fruit. Your thought affects your productivity. Think poverty, reap poverty. Think good thoughts, wealth creation thoughts, produce wealth creation. Listen, this teaching, this session of the Wealth Masterclass is going to be one of the most radical and life-changing. It is going to hit you bam to the point that you want to argue, criticize. What's wrong with being poor? Nothing is wrong with being poor if the person desires that. But if you want to make a change, if you want to make an impact on your world, if you want to make a difference, if you want to help people in need, you can't stay on the same level. You can't stay in lack and help the people who are lacking. The only reason wealthy people responded to Bill Gates to give him billions of dollars to help cure malaria, feed people, rescue the girl child and give her education out of Afghanistan, etc., is because he has wealth. They wouldn't put it in his hand if he is himself struggling. So listen, think wealth, and you will find that you are attracting it. Your thought is the root which supports and determines your fruit. Your thought is the root which supports and determines your fruit. Bad thought, that's bad root. There'll be bad fruit. Poor thoughts will produce poor fruits. Good roots will produce good fruit. And like I told you, those banana bunches, because they were so close to the water, each of the bunches, the banana they had were full and robust. Full and robust. Your thought is so important. Let me put it this way. Your inner world creates your outer world. Your inner world creates your outer world. You can't see my mind, but if my mind always flows only towards lack, embarrassment, what I don't have, what I don't have, what I don't have, I will perpetually live in the world of what I don't have. In fact, the chances are I will write songs about what I don't have. So, but if my mind begins to think, hey, there are so many things I can achieve, I can make a difference, I'll begin to see that I'm gifted in certain areas. I'll begin to look for a problem to solve. I'll begin to find those issues that trouble my mind, and I'll begin to find solutions for them. Thoughts lead to feelings. Feelings lead to action, and your action produces the result. Your thought leads to the way you feel, and your feelings lead you to act on it, and your actions produce the result. Nikola Tesla, the great scientist that came out of Eastern Europe to come and live in the United States of America, his feelings and thoughts was how to bring solution to different things. Electricity, microwave. Edison, his thoughts and feelings was how to conduct electricity so that it can be used effectively to light homes and to use in industry. That thought became a feeling, the feeling became an action, the action became a result. Everything around you that solves a problem first started as a thought in somebody's mind. Look at me, I'm talking to you today, and there is a cordless microphone around me. Somebody observed that all microphones that used to have long cables connected to some machine somewhere, there were always a cog in your wheel when you moved. They had limits, you couldn't move around. So a transmitter system was created so that the cordless mic, as long as it has a transmitter, you could go as far as probably 100 meters, 200 meters, 500 meters, depending on the strength, or sometimes 1,000 meters. Somebody solved that problem, so they charge us how much they want to sell it. You don't like it, go create yours. Look at the iPad. It has become a simple, it's like a seamless, one-size-fits-all computer, something you can use, watch a movie, do your work, store information, etc. When the computers first came, when personal computers first came, the memory was so small, 286, 586. In fact, the memory on my phone today is equal to probably 500 586 computers. I think must be even more than 500 of those ones. Just this tiny thing. That meant that somebody thought of solving problems. So everything begins with your thought. If I can change your think and talk, I can change your wealth creation. Rich ways of thinking lead to rich actions. The rich way of thinking lead to rich actions. Richard Branson finds himself, I think, somewhere in Florida in the 70s or 80s. He's about to fly to a Caribbean island. Suddenly the flight is canceled. In fact, the airline went bust. The airline went bust and they are all stuck. They're supposed to go to the Caribbean island. The airline went bust and everybody's there. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Oh, my ticket money. Oh, all our money is lost. Being Richard Branson, I've always been the person who thought outside the box. He just stepped out, went and hired a private plane that can seat many passengers. Right, signs the contract, comes back into the airport and makes an announcement. So-and-so place, all of you whose ticket was lost and you still want to go for so-and-so amount, there's an airline ready to go. They said, what's the name of the airline? He had no name. Then, Virgin. That's how Virgin Atlantic was created. He solved the problem that day, and it became the way he began to solve the same problem. So listen, you should run your thoughts, not your thoughts running you. I repeat, you should run your thoughts, not your thoughts running you. All monies originate from thought. All monies. Monies originate from thought. So you have small, it originated from thought. You have a lot, it originates from thought. Thoughts birth ideas. Ideas birth decisions. Decisions lead to actions. Actions bring results. I start again. Thoughts birth ideas. Ideas make you decide, and decisions lead to action, and your action produces results. Once you take an action, results follow. And it is better to act and have results and even struggle with it and learn from the failure than not to do anything at all. Everything you see around you was from an intangible idea. The iPhone did not exist prior to the day it was conceived, believed, and breathed. The iPad was once a thought. The watch on my wrist, in fact, was a thought somebody came up with, which was resisted by Swiss makers in Switzerland. The original thought maker of watches that use battery, when he presented it to Swiss people, they just said it's not possible. It can't be. For a watch not to have a balanced wheel, it's not possible. But the rest is history. What shall we say now of cars without engine but just an electric system? It is amazing. It is amazing. So what you need to start business is not capital, not cash, but a thought, in a certain direction, expressed as an offering of service. I told you of Richard Branson. Stranded along with other passengers, he had a thought in a certain direction, the direction of wealth creation. He could have stood there, stamping his feet on the ground, musing and complaining with other passengers and saying, well, what can we do? We just have to look for a way out of here. But then went out, rented a plane, took a risk, expressed it as a service he was offering to other passengers who were stranded. They paid. He created an airline that day, provided comfort for those people, and new things began from that day, new information, new copyrights began, new patents. I'm a life member, life gold class member of Virgin Atlantic, which started as a man's thought.